Today I'm going to show you exactly how to do the clipper over comb technique. This is a great technique that can help you with blending, debulking, and layering. And I'm going to tell you exactly what to do, how to hold the tools, how to not make a bald spot, and I'm also going to show you this on different types of haircuts and hair textures so you can see that it is a really all-for-one technique that can be used in multiple ways. So, first things first, how you hold the comb and how you hold the clippers are very important. We're going to be taking the comb and feeding it through the hair, and then we're going to be angling the comb at a 45-degree angle. This is very important. Any hair that's sticking out of that 45-degree angle over the comb is the hair that we're going to cut. Gently slide the clipper across the comb and cut what is hanging out of the comb. It's a very important step that you do not make the comb extremely flat to the head, or that can cause a bald spot. You always want to be doing the comb at a 45-degree angle. One really good tip is if you are working on hair that is dark, if you have a comb that is lighter, then you can see the hair a little bit better, and vice versa. If the hair is a light color, you can use a dark colored comb and you can see what is sticking out on that comb a little bit better. You can use clipper over comb on straight hair or on fine hair. You can use this technique to blend a ledge after you have already started the haircut. And for certain hairstyles, you can also use clipper over comb to bring down the cowlick. So how this is helpful is if hair is very straight, you can bend it with the comb and it will make the transition a lot better and a lot smoother without having to use shears or anything else. The amount of hair that is put through the comb is fully depending on how much you want to take off and how you want the blend to look. So for this haircut, very little amount is sticking through the comb and is being taken off. He's taking very small steps to blend this because he doesn't want to dig in too much. And this is a very useful tool for layering hair. You can bring the comb further up. You can really layer it well while just using this technique. Clipper over comb is amazing for the temple area and the sides because this area tends to be a little bit finer or thinner than the rest of the hair. It can be a little bit challenging to blend it with the same guard. When blending in the sides, don't be afraid to go over the same spot multiple times or to take very little hair through your comb. It's more important that you are careful with where you're cutting as opposed to how much you're cutting off. In my opinion, clipper over comb can be used to create a better haircut than any other tool. You can really reform the haircut to the client's head depending on the shape, the texture, and everything. It just can really be formed to whatever you are going for. This technique is going to take a little bit of time and practice to perfect, but once you get the hang of it, you're going to love how seamless it is and how it can work for any textured hair, any depth of hair, and almost any style as well. Don't be scared to use clipper over comb to bring down a cowlick. While your angle may not be as much as 45 as it was to blend the sides, it will still be very helpful, and that comb is protecting the scalp from getting nicked and getting that bald spot that we really don't want. It's a more gradual way to bring down the cowlick as opposed to a guard that will just bring it right down to the same length all over. And your cowlick grows in all different directions, so you're going to need to trim it in all different directions for it to lay down properly. You can use a clipper over comb method on haircuts that maybe you're just trying to transition from one guard size to another. Maybe you've cut the hair and you don't want to go back and try to figure out what guard you need to blend it, or maybe it's just a small spot on the head that needs a little bit touching up. Clipper over comb is perfect for this, especially when you become more confident with it. This is medium thick straight hair, and he had been wearing a hat previous to getting his hair cut, so his cowlick is all over the place. Now, I don't want to just go in there and just cut a crazy amount off, so clipper over comb is really helping to guide me to not take too much off. And once you're really confident with clipper over comb, it's going to give you the confidence to be able to do other things like freehand. And you're going to see how it's not one size fits all. You can just really shape anybody's hair to their head to make it anything that they really want, as long as you're confident in your skills and you practice a lot. Freeform is essentially clipper over comb, but there's not a comb there to protect you. You have to be very careful with this. Obviously, if the clippers move down some, it could cut off too much, but after you get the general technique of clipper over comb, freehand will seem okay as well. You never want to be scared of any cowlicks or any weird crazy hair. Clipper over comb can get it all. It doesn't matter which way the hair is growing. This is extremely thick, grown out hair where the cowlick has formed into this mess for months. So don't be scared of it. Clipper over comb is great for the temple area. It's really going to give a natural appearance. It's not going to look too cut. As far as somebody who maybe doesn't want to look like they just got a haircut, this is a great technique for them. It's trimming it a little bit and giving it a look that scissors would do, because you're not taking off too much. So as you're blending it out, you're gonna see that it doesn't create super harsh lines. It's just a very all-around natural look. So that's how you do the clipper over comb technique. Just remember to keep the comb at a 45, not flat to the head. You could cause bald spots, and you're gonna wanna make sure that you just take a little bit at a time. You'll definitely get the hang of it after a couple times. You'll get a natural look, and it's gonna help you out so much in your haircuts.